Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. We are going to make a start on this now. Nobody knows how it's going to turn out. Ben has literally just got off a plane from Miami, from the Grand Prix there. I'm clueless. I've got my dad here holding the camera, and we're going to get this engine apart somehow and document it as it goes, and then try and get it back together running sweet as a nut. Let's have it. Right, so get the rocker cover off, then the head, and then I suppose when the head's off we can then split the sump, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. So anybody watching, if you have top tips on anything, please let us know, because this is the first time I've taken an engine apart. First time Ben's taken an engine apart. My dad's done some stuff in the past, but it really is unknown territory for us. And a good question that I would have for some people is the engine casings. This is kind of like a silvery gold colour. Any ideas on how we get, where, how, who, refinishing it so that they end up looking nice and new? Anyway, we're going to take it apart and work our way downwards. Hopefully that's okay. So go for it. I'll steady it at the minute.
Don't really see anyway.
Well, that's a good start, the fact that it isn't seized.
That one I've got. In a little tray for bolts maybe,
or if we take the cover off and then put them back in,
It's in pretty good condition, that
pot. Yeah. We'll stick them back in. That's what we'll do. Right, okay. Doesn't look bad in there.
Actually looks pretty.
Do you want to stick the camera down there, Dad? I was kind of half expecting to start taking stuff off and just find shrapnel.
Bone dry rust.
You might need to steady that, Ben, because it's going to... So we can either keep them in the bolts in the cover, or actually put them back into, just a couple of turns back into the rocker cover. Oh, that's a tight one. Oh, bugger. Are there actually gaskets on these? Because I can't see it.
It doesn't look too neat, does it?
But there'd be oil flying around in there, wouldn't there?
Oh, there is this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a rubber seal, which hopefully, I don't know. See, the plan is with this is to get it all apart, and then check everything for wear, check with micrometers, verniers, whatever, that stuff's within tolerance, and replace anything that needs replacing, or refurbish stuff if need be, but there's a limit to what we can refurbish, I would have thought. But things like this O-ring, gasket, whatever, might be virtually impossible to get hold of. I just don't know at the moment. So we've got to try not to damage stuff as we go, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely put these back in because they're all different lengths, aren't they? So we need to know where they come from. So the plan, folks, is to document this with photographs. Although I know what's going to happen. Well, I know what's going to happen. We just won't take enough photos or label stuff properly, or whatever. But the saving grace is the fact that we're videoing everything, obviously. So although in the final edit it's a different length. Yeah. Okay, so I'll try and keep them in. Never going to do it because they're all over the place, aren't they? although it doesn't all appear in the final edit, which will be highly condensed, there will be reams and reams and reams of footage that we can refer back to. So that is one advantage. We have filmed this for YouTube.
It's a long old book.
Right, okay.
I'm guessing that'll be the same probably. So that one and that one, I think, and then.
Would it pay to put it that side so that we know it's going in? It probably doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So how does this compare to working on the Formula 1 car then?
Different for me because I'm a sparker on it.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you're a sparker, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I don't actually build the engines. But yeah, still a lot of stuff that's bolted to the car's all held in with nuts and bolts, so it's not too dissimilar.
Still, I missed one there. So, at one point, one's going to snap off, isn't it? Obviously. There'll be one I'm doing. That's the thing. That's a bit tight. I don't know whether that's just turning it, it's stuck in there, or it's actually still coming out. It's just loads of resistance. There we go. I think that's this side, isn't it?
Potential problem with the
So snapped off bolt, and somebody's put a load of silicon or mastic or something that goes hard, some resin to obviously stop it leaking at some point. So that instantly is going to, yeah, as you can see, that's snapped off, complete bodge. So we'll be drilling that out of the head or getting somebody to do it, because whereas we used to have an engineering business full of machinery, we haven't now. And then it'll be tapping it out, helicoil insert, all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be lots and lots and lots like this. Well, this is a nut onto a threaded shaft, isn't it?
yeah.
I think that
So you wind that nut off and then
yeah,
slide
I would
off,
think
right?
so. Yeah, is that 10mm or 12 still?
Well, 12. Yeah. You want to loosen that? Yeah, it's going to. That's the end of the play, isn't it?
That is.
And then if you.
Does it just pull out then, maybe?
Yeah.
It does. There you go. It just pulls out.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we're ever going to get this back together? Something was under tension then, because I felt that
That's
go.
what made me think I'm going to half loosen this one as well.
Right, so we were expecting to have to tap this off, but it is just lifting off like so. So, nice little wear there. And what we got up here? What are the? Oh, I can't. No chance doing that by hand. Alright, it doesn't mean a thing just looking at it visually, but the lobes on the cam aren't nastily scored. Although that's definitely, that's taken a beating, whatever that is, yeah. Well, that come off easier than I expected. And that will be a tappet adjustment, won't it? I guess.
Just smashed there. Put all the bolts back in the head now.
Okay, yeah. So I established when the engine was still in the bike that it wasn't seized and there was a bit of compression. Obviously there's no compression now, but it does turn over, and the actual cam itself looks visually pretty good. The question we're asking ourselves now is how we're going to split the cam chain. I think we'd have to consult the manual, to be honest. There's no obvious linkage that we can see. So we may have ground to a halt for a minute, I'm not sure. So, having rotated that chain many times, we can't see anywhere to split a link at all. So I do have a manual, the actual Suzuki workshop manual that the technicians back in the day would have used at the dealership, which is very detailed, but it's on a PDF and it's on the computer inside the house. So we're either going to have to print off pages and look at those, or consult the computer inside the house. Either way, that stopped us getting the head off. So we're going to take off everything else that we can, and then probably be calling it a day until we come back at it fresh. Always knew there were going to be problems, especially as we don't really know what's going on, and I'm sure there are many of you hanging your head in your hands and screaming at the screen saying, don't do that, but it's a learning curve, most definitely, and that is stumping you like it was stumping me then, isn't it? Because the whole thing wants to move. Is it because it's kind of seized up? Because that should stay still while that turns, shouldn't it? And then it clamps down on it.
I don't know if that, see, does the bottom nut need holding still? So this one's out of that bottom nut.
We'll try that.
By hold on the. See if that winds off now.
Right, it might do with another spanner.
I haven't got another 19.
I might haven't.
That is your 19.
That is my 19.
So being left-handed is not helpful.
Try not to. God, that's not having it, is it?
It probably won't. That's what I was thinking, if you could wind them out as a 1.
But then the problem is it's on the hose. If we can get one off, then the other one can just, the whole thing can rotate, can't it? But it's exactly the same deal as the other one, isn't it? They're both moving together.
Sorry, I have to get around again. I've lost it there.
Oh, right.
Yeah. There you go.
So we've decided in our wisdom that if we remove these, we can split that, and then without breaking the chain, we can then take the cam, which appears to be in 2 parts, out, thus getting the head off. We had no luck with the oil cooler lines. I think once this is off, we can put something in a vise and do it. So we really are struggling at the minute, but we always knew we would. Need to put it in gear, don't we? So that it doesn't.
Are we taking the gear lever off?
Yeah. and the gear, well, it'll be that side, won't it? And it's long gone. It'll be at my place.
That's just right, spotted out my socket.
There we go.
I'll leave that one in and then go around to the other.
Yeah, because with it sticking out, we might not actually be able to. It might foul on something. So the plate's not going to go yet, is it? Because it's
still on the other box, so it'll come round.
So it'll come round.
And then I'll take the plate with that one.
If I hold the... Right, let me make sure I've actually got it. Got it, cool. So our thinking is this is now going to separate, and then we can pull the cam out, which will enable us to lift the head. But we will see. I don't know. Oh yeah, so it's happening. No, that's just that. No, that will work. That will work. Obviously, that is now never ever going to be in time again.
Out the dowels, is it? There you go.
So we have got basically to here. So if we just have a little look, we've got the rocker cover off. This we've got a part, but no matter what we try and do, we can't get this out. Something is in the way. I mean that flange is fouling there. There's a lip. There's a lip here that's fouling. The obvious thing we think is getting this chain apart. But what we need to do is consult the manual. I think we've kind of been at it now, although this video is probably only about 10 minutes long. We've been at it now for a couple of hours. So we're going to wind it up for today, go and consult the manual, and then in the next episode you'll see how we overcome this. It's very much going to be a warts and all series of videos. We're not claiming to be proficient at this or know what we're doing. It's learning as we go along, which actually for me, and probably for you, Ben, as well, makes it fun and interesting for us. Obviously a bit frustrating, but it makes it interesting. So what I'm going to do is wind up today's video now. So if you did like today's video and our failed attempts at getting the head off, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one where hopefully the head comes off. See ya. Bye bye.